Alright Maras, welcome to another episode of TML Craft Designs. Now today I'm going to be doing a picture of, and the breakdown and prediction for the upcoming fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. I'm also going to add in His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, and he will be holding the Ring Magazine title belt. So the fight's on September 13th. It's at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's going to be on Netflix, which should be decent. So at this point of the picture, I'm just basically doing the penciling in so I know where everything's going to be. So some of the key factors for this fight, looking at Canelo's side first, he's got a slight advantage in the fact that he's used to this weight. He's naturally a bigger man at the moment. He's used to fighting at 168 pounds. And Crawford is coming up. So with that said, you would expect Canelo is going to try and bully and use his strength to try and wear down Crawford. He's got fantastic head movement. He's very good at attacking to the body. And something I don't think he gets enough credit for is he has a fantastic chin. His record's very impressive, 63 wins, 2 losses and 2 draws, with notable wins over Berlanga, Munguia, Charlo, Amir Khan, Liam Smith. He had the trilogy with Golovkin. There was one draw, a questionable win, and a win at the end of the trilogy when Golovkin was on his way to finishing his career. Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, an impressive stoppage against Sergey Kovalev and Billy Joe Saunders. His 2 defeats came to Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol. Now, with that Bivol loss, I credit that to 2 things. One, I think light heavyweight is probably Canelo's ceiling. That's as far as he'll get. And the other factor is Bivol is just fantastic. He's one of my favourite fighters right now. He's brilliant. So he just didn't have any answers that night, and I don't think he can go any further than light heavy, and that's why Jake Paul wants to fight Canelo at cruiserweight. There's always a hook, but that's a discussion for another time. So Terrence Crawford, 41 fights, 41 wins, no defeats, no draws, 31 wins coming by way of knockout. He has notable wins against Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Ricky Burns and Yuriorkis. He has an absolutely outstanding job. In all honesty, there's nothing really that he does wrong. The main question is how he's going to handle coming up the weight. That's the key mainly. But if he is alright at the weight, I'd like to see him trying to force Canelo to overcommit, have some patience and wait and try and set up some traps like he did against Spence, and everything he did that night just absolutely negated anything that Spence wanted to do. He can box at both southpaw and orthodox. I'd probably say he's the best switch hitter in the game today. And on top of all that, coming up weight and going right into the fight with Canelo, let's be honest, he's got balls like King Kong. But I hope those massive cojones we speak of don't cause him to stand and trade. That'd be the absolutely worst thing he could do. Use your angles, in and out movement, get behind that jab, fight cleverly on the back foot, try and infuriate Alvarez, get him to make mistakes and then try and set up them traps. I mean, if you look at Canelo's last fight against William Skull was very negative. I hate to say about any fighter, but he was there to survive. Going backwards all night. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going backwards if you're going to use it effectively. And Terrence Crawford can definitely do that. So at this point in the picture, I have set up everything where things are going to be. I am just filling in with black liner pen now. Just getting those characters to pop out a bit more out of the page. Now, there's always that worry when you're doing a picture of a fighter. I mean, I want to get noticed, and I would love the fighters to see my work. But if they get offended by the likeness, I wouldn't like to end up getting a good hiding off them. So start off with lighter tones on the picture, and then you do the darker tones on top, eventually towards the end of it. Because when using these markers, it's different to paint, because with paint, I would do the dark colour first and then put light on top, but you can't do that with the markers, so you have to start with the light tones and then build the dark tones up on top when you're layering the picture up. So for my prediction for what's going to happen on September 13th, I expect the fight in the early going, first 2 or 3 rounds, to be very close. It's going to be very cagey, and there won't be a great deal in those rounds. But I think once Crawford settles in, he's going to be frustrating Canelo, and he's going to bank a lot of rounds between the rounds 4 to about 8 mark. When we reach the championship rounds, 10, 11, 12, I think Canelo's going to come on strong then, and Bud might have to try and survive at that point. But, and I may have completely lost my mind with this, but I genuinely think what is going to happen is Terrence Crawford will win on a very close decision based on the rounds that he banks earlier on in the fight. Also, neither man's been knocked down at any point in the career, and I don't think that's going to change on September 13th. I think it goes to decision. I could be wrong. You guys let me know in the comments what you think of the fight, who you think's going to win and how. I'm interested in hearing different opinions. What I will say is, though, I think it's going to be an absolutely terrific fight. I'm really looking forward to watching it. Can't wait to see what actually happens, so let's go. Right. Speaking of championship rounds, we're into the championship rounds of this LITTLEBODZ Caricature, so adding the final details and shading now to Bud, Saul, and His Excellency, Turkey, Al-Sheikh. Just the little details now to fill in. Bit of shadow at the feet of all of them. I feel that adds a bit of depth and helps the picture pop out more. Just adds a bit of shine to beards and cheekbones and their outfits, and of course the Ring Magazine Championship belt from Rocky that His Excellency's holding there. Get up, His Excellency, get up. So that is the picture just about done, so let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, and also let me know what you think is going to happen on Fight Night. See you next time on TML Craft Designs.